Welcome to the Murphy, Sam, and Jodi After the Show podcast.
We touched on this today in 3 Things to Know, but it deserves more attention. How to stop buying things you don't need. We all do it. And one of the best pieces of advice was like, whoa. And that is pause and give it 24 hours before you purchase. Now, we're not talking about a bag of Munchos at the store.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although it's good for me to pause and wait 24 hours, considering that I'm waiting to, or losing weight.
You are.
Yeah.
But we're talking about whatever, another flashlight, Sam. Is that one of the things that you buy most?
I just bought another one recently.
Did you really?
Have you done a count at your house of how many flashlights you have?
I have a drawer that's full of all my flashlights. So
How often do you use a
probably
flashlight?
a couple dozens.
A couple dozen, really?
24 flashlights?
Well, hey, though.
Are they all variety, different types?
Yeah, that's my problem. I got little square ones that are really bright. You can hang on your backpack or on a chain. I got some with magnets you can put under the car while you're working on it.
Okay.
It's
How
just
often do you use a flashlight?
once every 2 or 3 weeks.
That's more than I use them.
That's not the correct question, though. Murphy can back me up
What's
on
the
this.
question?
Yeah,
Oh.
I mean, so it doesn't. It's there when you need it.
Yes.
But I actually have curtailed my purchase of flashlights. I have them
thank goodness.
in different areas. I like the ones with the side option or the front option because those are the most helpful. I have one little headlamp with a strap. That's the one that I use for anything, and
Anything.
I mean anything that I need. If you've got a drill in your hand and you need light on whatever it is, that's why you use that.
Yeah.
But I don't think I have more than I probably have 9 flashlights, maybe,
Which
total.
is excessive to me, too.
Do you think so? But
Yes.
they're all in the rooms they need to be in.
I have this one light.
This is becoming the flashlight podcast.
It's called an O light, and it's a globe, and it's got a button on the bottom. You can turn it on, make it any color you want. It's different flashes and strobes, or it's got like rainbow.
So that's just for
There
fun.
is no purpose for this light
Except that it's fun.
for fun.
Is it soothing though? I mean,
Yeah, for ambiance.
yeah.
So do you sit in a dark room and play with that light?
Now, sometimes I'll have the lights off in my room, like if I'm listening to music or something, and I'll put that on because it's more of the
That's cute.
moody thing.
Okay.
That's technically not a flashlight, though, right?
No.
That's really just a
light.
It's an ambient light, like
Yeah.
you said. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not really trying to pick on you. I thought of that when I said how to stop buying things you don't need in the show today in 3 things. Your face was like, "Oh, I need to know this information," and I thought flashlights.
I do.
I know you, Sam.
Because, by the way, the new flashlight I bought, you're going to love this one, Murphy. I bought it, well, I can't say who I bought it for. It's a gift for a birthday coming up. It's about 2 or 3 feet long, and it says it's flexible.
Oh,
whoa.
Jodi gave me one of those.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, didn't you? You gave me a flexible
Oh, the one that
light.
wraps around your arm.
Yeah.
The snake light.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The whole light is flexible, and I don't know how it works, but I can't wait to see it. I may not give it as a gift if it really is cool, because I need another flashlight.
Of course you do.
You got to get to 25.
You haven't filled every drawer yet.
No.
So what you're describing, Jodi, just sounds like basic impulse buying.
Right, we all
and
do it.
It's the reason that marketing works so well for the emotional component, because once you're emotionally connected to something and excited about it, your rational mind starts to leave, and you're going to tend to gravitate towards. You're gonna figure out all the reasons to justify the purchase.
Correct. And you buy what you want. But they do say at the end of the year, if you were to sit down with someone, an accountant or whoever, and look at things like that, it's thousands of dollars that we spend on things we don't really need. Now, there's the opposite of that spectrum. Like my grandparents would not buy anything extra, just wouldn't do it. My grandmother and grandfather, and rightly so. Depression era.
Yeah, they were that Depression era, where things were scarce and you didn't squander a penny because there wasn't an extra penny to be made.
Right.
Fortunately, we're in a different environment today.
Oh, we are. We're in a consumer society, but everybody's always trying to watch the budgets, and it does in our economy. It adds up to thousands of dollars every year if you were really to look at it. So the biggest piece of advice was give yourself 24 hours to decide if this is a need or a want. So I think that's smart if it's a big purchase.
I think when you said that in 3 things to know, it's like, ding, yeah.
24 hours.
I'm going to start doing that, because with me, and I don't want to blame technology for it, because I'm the one to blame. I'm the one hitting the buttons. But technology's made it so much easier. because it used to be, I got to get up and go get my credit card and da-da. Now,
Touch,
you
it,
want it?
touch it
Click,
with thumb.
cart, purchase. You use this credit card? Yeah. Yes. Boom.
Yeah.
Done.
Not just that, it's targeting you. It knows you like
Oh, yeah.
flashlights.
Yeah. So is there a threshold in your head, though? All these things that you're in by, is there a financial threshold?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So the reason I'm asking that question is because sometimes the smallest things add up to the biggest cost long term, and we don't think long term.
Yeah.
It's really funny to me that it took me a while to learn that mindset, because we have really good, what's the word I'm looking for? A complicated relationship, I think, with money, because there are dollar figures and benchmarks in our head that we think are too much, yet we don't pay any attention to those when we're buying small stuff and they add up. It's really funny how you will look at something and go, $300. I don't know, it's $300.
Right.
All it takes is $10-$30 things that you buy, and you've spent $300. You know what
That's
I'm
why
saying?
it
Right.
really pays to look at what you've spent
Correct.
on what. Like, what do you have to show for it when you've spent so much money?
Right.
Yeah. And me having 24 flashlights, multiply that times 10 or $15.
Yeah.
$10 for a flashlight that does cool things. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Well, now I have $300-$400 worth of flashlights.
No one's saying it's wrong or right. It's
isn't.
up to you, but it is something if you know that you need to curtail that kind of spending. I know what I spend on. I know what my impulse buy stuff is.
Me too.
What's yours, Murphy? Would you say?
Oh, I would say it's mostly electronics,
Of course,
period.
Yes. Yes,
I
and
mean,
that's a lot.
But
of
see,
things.
Murphy, you don't strike me as the impulse. Oh, look, get it. You strike me as the, yeah, I could use that. Let me do my homework and make sure that's the right one.
That's exactly what I do.
Yeah.
Because
He does do that. He does do the research, but there is almost an obsessive thing about it. He won't forget it until he's had a decision and it's made.
Yeah.
And it's usually purchased.
yeah.
Like you take your time, you're impulsive with caution.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because you've got a lot of
weird.
things that you're considering. It depends on what you're choosing. I'm not going to stress over something that's $30 if I really need it, and I don't. Excuse me. I guess I do a little more deep diving today, because
Can.
on Amazon, even on Amazon, there's junk and then there's good stuff, and the reviews, and you have to make sure, okay, did the reviews come from people who actually sampled and were given these for free before? There are some of those, and It goes back to what my parents taught me a long time ago, and they were very hardworking, and there was not a lot of extra money lying around. But when they bought something, they did not buy the cheapest thing they could find, nor did they stray from something just because, they thought it was too expensive, because they wanted to invest in something that would last.
They thought their purchases through.
They did that with their cars. They did that with, my dad, had a great stereo system. Why? Because he loved music, and he wasn't going to cheap out, on something like that. And he saved his money, and that's what, what he bought. So I guess that's why when I'm doing the research, Sam, that you're talking about, I'm looking for the value, the quality, all those things together bundled into the price. If I've saved up enough, for it, you just kind of have to know going, into it, this is what it costs.
Yeah.
And if you really, really want it, and it's really that good, and you're going to get 10 years out of it or whatever, and you saved, and you're not going to put your family in some sort of a financial crisis, then it's a personal choice. People absolutely get to spend their money on what they want to spend it on, and their credit, honestly, in many cases, on what they want to spend it on. Yeah.
This information is, from financial experts. Like, the impulsive buying gets you in trouble before you realize it.
Yeah.
So that's why the advice about the 24 hours and the impulse. So you definitely are electronics. I'm glad that you know and recognize that. Is our flashlights your only thing, Sam?
No, there's just like that weed burner I bought recently, the torch.
Yeah.
It's gadgets.
Cool
Yes,
stuff that
it's
you think is
gadgets.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
And by the way, I'll admit right here publicly, that was a waste of money.
Oh, yeah.
I've tried it. It does what it says, but you would not believe how loud this thing is.
Oh, really?
Oh my God. It's like I turned it on and it's like, okay, this is not really burning the weeds. So it's like,
Yeah.
I can crank it up. And when you crank it up, and And it's like, I'm not doing this in this neighborhood
Yeah.
because
It's that loud?
people are right over
Offensive.
across the fence, and it's like, what is he doing over there?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah,
a
live and
waste.
learn.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's an impulse buy that if you had known.
By the way, is anybody looking for a
I'm not looking for one.
a weed torch?
You know what you're saying, how much did you pay for that thing? I'm just curious. You can resell it if it's
It was 25 to 35, somewhere up in there.
maybe Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
I don't know. But the other thing that you're saying, Jodi, about the impulse buying really goes for anything else. If you're in a situation that upsets you and you're tempted to fire off an email or call and give somebody a piece of your mind, they say it's good to wait 24 hours before you do that too.
That's the advice.
Really,
I love it.
anything that makes you emotionally charged before you make some sort of a life-changing decision of some sort, they just say, wait, let the emotion part,
Yeah.
clear. But it's tough to do. And when the purchase thing, especially when you're in the moment,
Oh,
and then you have that
yes.
whole, Amazon's another perfect example, lightning deals.
Yeah.
Well, of course you can't avoid those.
Yep. Amazon days, Prime days.
You've only got 3 hours and 20 seconds left to make this decision. But it's all the same.
Psychological.
It's the same tools designed
and
to sell.
the other
yeah.
one that they use on Amazon is, hey, we can deliver this afternoon.
Yeah.
As long as you reach $25. Now, I know you only bought $6 worth of stuff,
Yeah.
but if you
Yeah.
get it up to $25, we'll send it over this afternoon. And it's
Yeah.
like, well, I can find something else.
You need to keep your head about you.
Yeah.
The other advice is recognize your emotional triggers. Are you shopping emotionally? Are you doing retail therapy like I do?
Yeah.
Recognize that. And why are you buying this? To feel better? Do you need another black dress? I've asked myself those questions when shopping, things like that.
I've held off on the bath bombs as much lately because
Good for you.
bath bombs are not cheap.
No.
And
And then they're
definitely not
gone.
cheap.
And then you use them and they're gone.
You use them in, So, Walmart sells inexpensive ones. So if I need it, if the urge hits me, I might go over there and get it. But I've been laying off on those because
Good for
it's
you.
like, I want it, but it is a retail therapy purchase for me.
Yeah. Okay.
The thing is, if it brings you joy and peace and that kind of stuff, then, again, none of us
You
are on
can
the planet.
decide.
None of us are on the planet forever.
Yeah.
And so if we're really holding off on everything in life until some mysterious end that none of us have any idea when it's actually going to occur, then, you also shouldn't deny yourself, I guess is what I'm saying. If it's within your budget means and it brings you joy, that's what you're working for. Why do you come to work every single day if you're not going to do some things
Agreed.
that enhance your life if you've got the ability, to do it, I guess is what I'm saying. And I don't mean spending fortunes. That's not what I'm talking about at all.
You're talking
It's
about
the-
little things.
Yeah.
Buying yourself flowers,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Yes.
They're just saying for people who this is a real problem. If you are dropping a lot of money on designer coffee, have you looked at it at the end of the month? How much? That's a good one. That was always good indication for me when all of that arrived in our lives and was on every corner. I used to drink it almost every day until we together looked at it. And you didn't say, you need to stop doing this, Jodi. I saw it and I was like, I'm going to stop doing this.
Yeah.
And so now it's only every once in a while and it's fine.
Yeah.
But we were drinking designer coffee
Yes, we
a
were.
lot and we were drinking money
Yeah.
and I love it. But I just, just paying more attention to it,
Yeah. I just think about, so when I think of you, Sam, and I think about relaxation, there are two things that I think of: your bath and your patio.
Yeah.
Because they're the things that you talk about, the most. So I'm almost surprised to hear you curtail something that's part of your relaxation.
Well, you got to understand, I've weaned myself off of expensive bath bombs, but there's still bubble bath is not expensive.
Right.
Candles, I have tons of candles.
Okay.
So, I may not have the bomb in the water, but I got bubbles and I got a candle burning behind
So you
me.
still have the ambiance.
Zip it, Jodi. And, outside I have a strings of Edison lights on my patio.
Yeah.
Nice.
That are color
So
changing.
nice.
So
Love
I
that.
like to have blue or purple.
Yeah,
And
right.
I go out there and I chill with that.
Then it
That's
sets
smart.
the mood.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can change your game a little bit. That way you take a break from the bath bombs. When they come back, you can appreciate them anew.
And I got a couple Amazon speakers on the patio. I got that going for me. Got a
Yeah.
pizza oven out there. That's
Fantastic.
not really an impulse buy, but close.
Yeah, it is. It's good, though. You use it.
Yeah.
And if any of those things get lost, you've got a flashlight to find it.
You're right about that. And there's a flashlight outside, too, for emergencies.
Missed any part of the show? Get it all on the Murphy, Sam, and Jody podcast.